It was supposed to be a romantic gateway, a chance for YN and Taeyang to celebrate their second anniversary. They had planned a trip to its luxurious penthouse, a place where they could finally have some uninterrupted time together. But then Hana, Taeyong's childhood best friend, entered the picture, and suddenly their escape felt like a crowded house. Hana stepping into the grand living room, her eyes wide with admiration. Taeyong stands beside her, a proud smile on his face. Wei stands a little behind them, holding her own small bag, a faint unease settling in her stomach. Hana, gasping slightly, hands clapped together. Oh my goodness, Taeyong, your penthouse is absolutely stunning. It's even more incredible than the pictures. So much space, and this view is just wow. Taeyong, beaming, gesturing around the room. Glad you like it, Hana. Made sure it was ready for you. Make yourself at home, really. YN, offering a small polite smile, though it doesn't quite reach her eyes. Yes, it's lovely. Welcome, Hana. Hana turns to YN, a sweet, almost too sweet smile. Thank you, YN. It's so kind of you both to have me. I know this was supposed to be a special trip, but with my apartment renovations, I just had nowhere else to go on such short notice. YN just nods, feeling a familiar tightness in her chest. She had specifically asked Taeyong for this trip to be just the two of them. Hana, frowning slightly, a touch of concern in her voice, as she places a hand on her lower back. You know, Tay, I completely forgot to pack my special silk pillow, and my back has been acting up lately. I really can't sleep without a good, supportive bed. Do you think maybe I could use yours and YN's bedroom? It looks so cozy, and I'd like really appreciate the bigger bed for my bag tonight, just for a couple of nights until my place is ready. YN's eyes widen and knot tightening in her stomach. She glances at Taeyong, slightly pleading with her eyes, hoping he will understand, hoping he will remember their plans. Taeyong, without hesitation, a warm, reassuring smile for Hana, completely missing YN's silent plea. Of course, Hana, no problem at all. Your comfort is important. YN and I can take the guest room. It's perfectly comfortable. It has a good view too. YN feels a cold shock. He said it so easily, like it was nothing. Like this space, their anniversary meant nothing. YN, voice tight, trying to keep her composure, but a tremor escapes. Theo, what's going on? This was supposed to be our trip, just us, remember? We talked about it for weeks, for our anniversary. Taeyong, frowning slightly, a hint of impatience creeping into his tone. Come on, YN, it's just for a few nights. Hana needs a comfortable place to sleep. Her apartment is being renovated, remember? It's a genuine emergency. YN, feeling a surge of hurt, her voice barely a whisper, clutching her back tighter. A comfortable place? This is our bedroom, our sanctuary, the place we picked out together. I feel like a third wheel in my own marriage, in our own home, on our own special occasion. Taeyong, signing running a hand through his ear, clearly exasperated. Don't be dramatic, YN. It's really not that big of a deal. We can sleep in the guest room. It's perfectly fine. It's just for a little while. Until Hannah's place is ready. We can still have our anniversary. It doesn't have to be in that room. YN, looking away, tears pricking her eyes. Her voice choked. It's not fine, Taeyong. It's not fine at all. It's our anniversary. This was supposed to be special just for us. Taeyong just shrugs, already turning to help Hana with her bags, guiding her towards the master bedroom. Hana gives YN a small, almost imperceptible smirk as she passes. YN bats back a retort, the words "it's not fine" lingering on her tongue, heavy and bitter. She watches them disappear down the hallway, Hana chatting happily, Taeyong listening intently. A deep aching disappointment settles over YN, making the grand penthouse feel incredibly small and lonely. YN slowly walks towards the guest room, a quick click of the master bedroom door echoing in the silence, sealing of what was supposed to be hers. YN standing alone in the guest room, staring out the window, the city lights blurring through her unshed tears. The penthouse dining area later that evening. Dinner plates sit half-eaten on the polished table. A bottle of untouched. The city lights twinkle outside, but inside the atmosphere is heavy. YN, placing her fork down, trying to sound casual, but her voice holds a hopeful note. So, Taeyong, about our anniversary trip, you know, the one we have been planning for ages? Taeyong, without looking up, just a hum of acknowledgement. Hum. YN, taking a deep breath, trying again. I was thinking we could finally go to that little town by the coast. The one with the charming lighthouse we saw pictures of. Just us, like we talked about for months. Remember how excited we were? Taeyong, distracted, looking at his phone. A notification chimming that makes him chuckle softly. Oh yeah, sounds good. Hannah actually mentioned she allowed to see the coast too. She saw a picture online today and said it looked really beautiful, like something out of a painting. YN's heart sinks, a cold red washing over her. She stares at him, disbelief etched on her face. Her fork clatters softly against the plate. YN, frustrated, her voice trembling slightly, trying to keep it low so Hannah doesn't hear. Taeyong, are you serious? This is our anniversary, a celebration of us. I don't want Hannah coming with us. Not on this trip. It's supposed to be. Taeyong, looking up finally, a defensive edge to his voice, putting his phone down with a clatter. What is the big deal, YN? Why are you suddenly so upset? She is my best friend. She is practically family. Why are you so against her being here, being a part of things? She is lonely with her apartment being renovated. YN, voice raising, unable to hold back the torrent of emotions, tears welling up. Because she is always here. Every single time we try to have time together, alone, she is somehow involved. It feels like you prioritize her over me, over our marriage, over my feelings. Taeyong, standing up abruptly, his voice growing louder, a vein throbbing in his neck. That's unfair, YN. You are overreacting. You are being completely unreasonable. She is family and she needs support right now. YN, shaking her head, tears finally escaping and running down her cheeks. No, Taeyong, you are not listening to me. You are not seeing how this makes me feel. I feel invisible. I feel like afterthought in my own life with you. Like I don't matter as much as she does. The young lace is jaw tight, then turns abruptly and walks away from the table, heading towards the living room where Hannah is. He doesn't look back at YN. YN watches him go, the half-eaten dinner, the untouched, all symbols of their ruined evening. The grand dining room feels cold and empty now. She slowly stands, a profound sense of loneliness washing over her. YN walks quietly to the guest room, the once exciting anniversary plan now just a painful, aching reminder of her growing isolation. She closes the door softly behind her, leaning against it, the quiet hum of the penthouse feeling like a deafening silence. YN wiping her tears alone in the guest room, the sounds of Taeyong and Hannah's muffled conversation drifting from the living room. Taeyong and YN are lying in the guest room bed. YN is facing away from Taeyong, a silent barrier between them after their argument. Taeyong is restless, signing occasionally. A soft, almost theatrical knock echoes from the hallway. Hana, from the hallway, her voice a soft, shaky whisper, as if she is trying not to wake them fully but wants to be heard. Taeyong, are you awake? I really can't sleep. The silence in that big room is just too much. And my back is bothering me again. I think I need a sleeping pill. Can you help me find one, please? Taeyong immediately sits up, his eyes wide with concern and last remnants of sleep vanishing. He glances at YN's back. YN, muttering half to herself, a wave of familiar annoyance washing over her, but she keeps her eyes closed. Oh, for crying out loud, seriously, now? Taeyong, already throwing the covers off, his movements quick, heading for the door. I will be right back, YN. She sounds really distressed. We'll just get her a pill and make sure she is okay. He doesn't even wait for her reply, the door clicking softly shut behind him. YN opens her eyes, staring at the closed door. A cold, empty feeling settles in her chest. Alone again. For their anniversary, she feels a tear escape and roll down her temple into her hair. The next morning, the atmosphere in the living room is thick with unspoken accusations, almost suffocating. Taeyong walks in from the Hana's room, his face grim, a stormy look in his eyes. Hana is sitting on the elegant sofa, her arms dramatically wrapped in a crisp white bandage. A few small, superficial scratches visible on her skin. She is dabbing at her eyes with a tissue, sniffling loudly, looking frail and upset. Hana, tearfully, her voice trembling, looking up at Taeyong with wide, innocent eyes. I don't know why she did it, Taeyong. I just want to talk to her, to understand why she is so upset with me. I just wanted to make things better between us. Taeyong turned sharply to YN, his eyes hard, accusing his voice tight with anger. YN, what did you do to Hana? What happened last night after I left the room? YN, stunned, her jaw dropping in disbelief. She stand rooted to her spot. What are you talking about? I didn't do anything. I was in bed in the guest room trying to sleep. I barely moved after you left. Hana, sniffling dramatically, her lower lip trembling as she looks from Taeyong to YN. She came into my room. I was just trying to get comfortable. And then she hit me and pushed me. I just wanted some sleeping pills. And she got so angry, yelling about how I ruining everything, how I was always in the way. YN feels a wave of nausea. Hannah's words are a twisted mirror of YN's own feelings from the night before, throwing back as an accusation. It's a cruel trick. YN, voice raising a desperate edge to it. That's a lie. I never left the guest room. You are making this up. Hannah, burying her face in her hands, her voice muffled. Why would I lie, Taeyong? Look at my arms. She hurt me. Taeyong's gaze hardens even more on YN. His face a mask of disappointment and anger. YN feels a chill spread through her. He believes Hannah. The penthouse living room moments after Hannah's accusation. The tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. Hannah is still sniffling on the sofa, occasionally glancing at Taeyong and YN. Taeyong stepping closer to YN, his face a mixture of confusion and anger. He gestures towards Hannah, who looks fragile and wronged. Taeyong, his voice low but heavy with accusation. YN, Hannah has bandages. She is clearly hurt. She says, you eat her and you pushed her. How could you do something like this? How could you be so violent towards her? YN, heart pounding, a bitter, desperate laugh escaping her lips. Her voice cracks with disbelief. You actually believe her, Taeyong? You believe her over me, your wife, the woman you promised to cherish and protect, the woman you vowed to trust. Taeyong, frustrated, throwing his hands up slightly. Why would she lie about something like this, YN? Look at her. She is crying. She is visibly shaken. There are scratches. YN, tears streaming down her face now. Her voice raw with pain and a sudden surge of anger. Because she is manipulative, Taeyong. Can't you see it? She is always been like this, making herself the victim. But you are blind to it because she is your best friend. She is changed you. You have become distant, uncaring, always putting her first. I hate her. I hate what she is doing to us, to our marriage. Taeyong, stepping back, his voice cool, defensive, almost a snarl. Don't you dare say that, YN. She is my best friend, my family. How can you be so cruel? You are just jealous. YN, feeling a profound, crushing sense of betrayal, the words tearing from her chest, fueled by years of unspoken hurt and the realization that he truly doesn't see her. No, she is destroying us, and you are letting her, you are helping her. YN, every time I try to talk to you, every time I try to tell you how I feel, she is there. Or you dismiss me because of her. I can't do this anymore, Taeyong. I can't be with someone who trusts a liar over his own wife. Someone who doesn't see me, who doesn't believe me, who doesn't protect me. She takes a deep, shuddering breath. The decision firm, painful, but undeniably clear in her mind. Her voice is steady now, despite the tears. YN, I won't divorce. I can't live like this, feeling constantly replaced and disbelieved. I'm done. And before you say anything else, before you jump to any more conclusions, just check the CCTV. The cameras are everywhere in this penthouse, aren't they? You will see who the real culprit is. You will see who really telling the truth. Taeyong's face goes pale. The word divorce hanging in the air. He opens his mouth to speak, but no words come out. Vian doesn't wait. With one last and heartbroken look at the man she married, she turns and walks out, leaving Taeyong frozen in the middle of the luxurious living room with Hana. The crushing weight of her words echoing off the expensive walls. The sound of the front door closing echoes through a silent penthouse.